There is the Palau Sant Jordi behind me, the place where the Master Final of the Bullpadel Tour 2022 is being played right now, and the brands are exposing the new rackets of the new season. So do you want to know what are the difference between the rackets of the 2023 season compared to the last year? Come with me! Finally, we are here at the hit stand, and yes, I have the perfect weapon, the perfect racket for your partner. The new Head XXXXXX large. This one has the biggest sweet spot ever created in a paddle racket. This has the most powerful racket. This has everything, but besides jokes, I have behind me the rackets that Head presented last year, or actually in the last days of 2021, but the main rackets of 2023 season for Head are the new Speed. Speed is the new Alpha, and it has 4 different models. And if we start from the bottom, from the cheapest one that has fiberglass, is the Speed Elite or Speed Elite, depends on how do you pronounce it. It has a price of 220 euros, and as I said before, it is made by fiberglass. If we go to the next step in the Speed, we have the Speed Motion and Speed Pro. The difference between those two rackets are the weight. Both are made by fiber carbon mixed with fiberglass. Especially for those who likes control and power are the Speed Motion and the Speed Pro, the rackets made for the balance between power and control. But this season, Head has launched the 4th level, the top level, that is called Speed Pro X. But why Speed Pro X? Well, the Speed Pro X has 12K fiber carbon, a stiffer one compared to the Speed Pro and Speed Motion. So for those who likes power, control, take in consideration the Speed Pro X, not just for the fiber carbon, but especially for the weight, because the Speed Pro X has a weight of 375 grams that for me, for example, is too much. So if you have the ability to move a heavy racket like the Speed Pro X that has a weight of 375 grams, take in consideration to buy it, but it's not cheap. It has a price of 380 euros. So this is the new rackets for Head in the 2023 season. We are in the Starvie stand here at the Master Final of the Bullpadel Tour 2022, and I have the Javi Garrido's new racket for the 2023 season, the new Triton 2.0. One of the new features of this Triton 2.0 is the new 3K colors carbon that mix the standard fiber carbon that Starvie has been used for many years with a little bit of colors, in this case gray. I feel the balance of this Triton 2.0 better than the old one. I can move it properly, even though this racket is the most powerful racket for me in the market, and especially in Starvie. But this one has a really big difference between the old one, and has to be with the rubber, because this season in 2023 Starvie has launched the new super soft rubber that the Triton can have, on also the hardest one. So you can purchase the Triton with the soft one or the hard one. The second big launch of Starvie for the next season is this, the Meteora Dual. And what does Dual mean? Well, actually, Dual means that this racket, this new Meteora, has 2 different densities in the rubber, but this Starvie makes a difference between other brands, because the external rubber is the soft one and the internal rubber is the hardest. So that means that when you hit the ball in a low intensity, the external rubber will make more effect, and when you hit the smash, for example, the internal rubber will make the difference. So for me, it makes more sense compared to other brands that put the rubber in the other way. So, do you want to see more? Come on! We are here at the Nox stand, and I'm not alone. I'm with Cristina Clement. Cristina?
Hello, Pablo.
You work for Nox,
yes,
as the International Development Manager.
I'm the export manager of Nox.
All right, so you know better than me what are the main differences between the Nox of the 2023 season and the previous years. So, Cristina, can you tell me more about the 8010 models?
So the main change about the 8010 models is regarding the smart strap. Before it was like a small rope. Now we did it much
like
nicer
fixed.
and fixed from the top, so much better.
The three models that Agustín Tapia were using in 2022 are the same that he's gonna use in the 2023 in terms of fiber, carbon, and rubber?
Exactly.
Are the same, right?
Same.
But we need to explain the people that Agustín have three options to choose to play with in
Exactly.
2023. Probably he's gonna play the most of the time with this one, but this one has 18K carbon that is stiffer compared to the 12K carbon. And this season in 2022, he used to play in summer with the diamond shaped racket. Why?
Well, I didn't have the weight in stock regarding my regular racket, and the only weight that was in stock is 377 grams. It was the
Too
attack.
much.
This
Oh,
is
well,
why
that's
I
it.
chose the attack. So this is the best example, the best story to say to the people that Agustín Tapia really plays with the rackets that we sell to the players, like you and me.
But Cristina, it's funny to say that in summer the materials of the racket get a little bit like loose because of the heat, and then if you change from a teardrop shaped racket to a diamond shaped racket, your power will increase a little bit because of the balance. So if any one of you are struggling a little bit in summer because of a lack of power, maybe you should consider to change to a diamond shaped racket, as Agustín Tapia did. But we are not here just to talk about Agustín Tapia, because we are also here the gray hair guy of padel, Miguel Lamperti,
The most charismatic.
the most charismatic one. But Cristina, what is this racket special? I mean, why?
So, as you know, the bestseller of the whole story of Nox is the famous ML10 Pro Cup. We haven't changed anything from this racket, but instead of metallized fiberglass, it will be carbon 3K. So it will be a bit stiffer.
So Miguel Lamperti is now using, or is gonna use, fiber carbon 3K to get a more control, more power, because the racket, it will be a little bit stiffer compared to the one he used to play
Exactly.
this
So
previous
it's
season.
a big change for Miguel Lamperti because he always been playing with metallized fiberglass.
And now we are at the Bullpadel stand with the Vertex and the Hack. The Vertex one is the racket that Juan Tello and Fede Chingoto use, and that I feel pain in my heart because they used to play together for many years until this season. But Bullpadel still have their sign together in the racket. In one side they have the Fede Chingoto sign, in the other side they have the Juan Tello sign, but the Vertex 1, the Vertex 03 for this season have not changed anything besides the design. So if you like the Vertex from the previous season, you will like the Vertex of this season. In the case of the Hack, in the case of the Paquito's racket, they have not changed anything at all besides the design. For sure, they have implemented gray colors in this case, and for sure this one is a power racket. If something works well, why are you gonna change it? So in this case, Bullpadel in his pro line, they don't have changed anything besides the design. So if you like it, choose Bullpadel. Why not? Come on.